Hello, it's Rick Phelps again. This is January the 10th. Oh, I'm sorry, January the 11th. I believe this will be my 11th video. Phyllis June did one for me last night. I thought she did great. I've had a lot of good feedback from it. She was a little nervous, but I told her I'm nervous every time I do one. She explained the side of this from the caregiver's side of view of this disease, and she did a real good job, and I was proud of her. So today I wanted to talk to you about what we had a discussion on memory people, and through the threads and stuff, and one of them was about telling your employers when you're diagnosed with this disease. First of all, I think what I need to do is, if you think someone, I've touched on this before, but I'll bring it up again. If you think someone, your wife, your husband, your mom, dad, grandma, whatever, a good friend, if you notice or you think they're having some kind of memory impairment or memory problem, the best thing you can do for them is advise them to go to their local doctor. It's a very simple test. It's called a mini mental test. It takes maybe 5 or 10 minutes, if that. I'd say 5 minutes. And based on that, they can evaluate whether you need to be referred on to, say, a neurologist or something like that. And then explain your situation to them. But anyway, back to what I wanted to talk about is telling your employers. This is a touchy subject for everyone, and everyone's different. But in my case, I worked in EMS, and I went to my employers and explained my situation. My employers is a little different than some others. I had been employed there for 24 years, and they was more like family. I mean, when you're in that line of work, you have to watch each other's backs, and it doesn't matter if you're in management or you was just hired 6 months ago. Everybody is, it's a brotherhood type of thing, just like it is in law enforcement and fire departments. But anyway, I did go to my employers and explain my situation after I'd gone to my doctor 2 or 3 times, and I had a neurologist look at me, and they had diagnosed me at what they call MCI, a mild cognitive impairment. And MCI is nothing more than the actual beginning of EOAD, which is early onset Alzheimer's disease. So like I said, I went to my employer and explained this to him, and the more I talked about it, and once again, he's more of a good friend of mine than he is my boss, but he is titled my boss, so he said, well, Rick, you're starting to scare me. And I said, well, it's starting to scare me too, and I'm having problems. But like everyone else, they attribute that to just a forgetting thing. People don't understand the problems you have with EOAD or maybe MCI. It's not your normal, I left the remote control somewhere, or I forgot my keys where I put them or something. It's not like that. I was falling faster with my memory every week, if not every day or so. I could no longer remember addresses, and I was forgetting procedures to do on the squad. I mean, no patient I ever had was in harm's way. I would never do that. But I was just forgetting things that I did every day. That was second nature. I was having trouble with, and I knew something was wrong, and I had to. So anyway, like I said, I went to my employer, and then finally, about, I think it was in June, I just couldn't do it anymore. And but they worked with me. I'm a firm believer. This is a disease you can't hide from. You can't. I mean, you can keep it from your employer if that's what you think you need to do. The problem is, someone's going to notice it. Someone will find out, because I mean, there's things you're not going to remember that people know you should remember, and it's going to be very evident. It's just not something you can hide. Plus, if you do lie about it, if you try to hide it, I can't lie about anything because I don't know what I lied about, or I don't remember it anyway. So I don't lie about anything. I wasn't what you would say. I might tell a little white lie every now and then back in the day, but now I don't. I don't know. In case for me to lie about anything, I'm up front with everything, and I believe that's the best way to do, especially in a case like this. Now, once again, I always say this: every case is different. Every person is different. If you've just been diagnosed with MCI and or EOAD, and you don't want to talk to your employers because you're afraid of losing your job, or you know, whatever, that's your personal preference, and I respect that 100%. This is just how I handled it. I knew, and I truly believe in time, if you are diagnosed with this EOAD or MCI, you too will see that you'll have to talk to your employers about it sooner or later, because it's a progressing thing, and it's just a matter of time. But here's another thing I wanted to touch on this subject. If you've been diagnosed with this disease, it's not the end. When they first tell you that, when you first hear the words Alzheimer's, it shakes you just to your soul. I mean, you'll be in shock, you'll cry, I mean, you're going to die, you'll think all these things. The thing of it is, like they told me, well, this is a terminal disease. Well, the first thing I told the neurologist is everyone's terminal. I wasn't trying to be a smart aleck or anything like that, but that's exact truth. Everyone is terminal. I feel that I'm lucky in a way, because I know now I may only have 8 or 10 years left. I'm 57 years old. I've thought way before I was diagnosed, if I lived to be 60 or 65, I'd be good to go. But I've known people that's had Alzheimer's for 20 years. So, and there's cases of it, they've had dementia and memory problems for 30 years. So just because you're diagnosed is not a death sentence automatically. This is a slow progressing disease. And the thing of it is attitude. You can have a good attitude about it when you first find out about it, because it's disheartening, and it's probably the most terrible news you'll ever get. But after you get a few days or weeks to think about it, it is what it is. You have to make the best out of it. That's what I do anyway. I make the best of a bad situation. I took this, and I've created these videos with it. I'm trying to help others, bring awareness to it. I go back and view these videos on my own and see how I stammer and stumble around a lot. But that helps me too. But anyway, just remember, if you have been diagnosed, there's several stages to this disease. There's 5, I don't know, maybe 6 stages, and every one is different. I mean, I could know people that's in the 4th stage that really act like they're in the 2nd stage, or people that's in the 1st stage that maybe act like they're in the 3rd or 4th stage. Everyone is different. Everyone progresses different. Go to your doctor. He will refer you to a neurologist, I'm sure. Get with a neurologist that you're comfortable with and one you trust. That is 100%. That's the main thing. If you're not dealing with a doctor that you and your spouse or whoever is involved with you doesn't trust or like, you need to find another doctor. And support groups is absolutely a necessity. I think memory people, not because I started it, but because we have 112 people on there now, and that's what it's all about, support. Each and every one of them folks that's on there is there for a reason. They either have this disease or they're a caregiver, and they care about each other. If I could just, well, not me, but if we could just bring this awareness out there to where it wasn't 112 people, it was 112,000. And I truly believe that can be done. And I got to apologize again. Joey's on a roll, so the only thing I could do with him is gag him or something. I don't know. Joey. All right, I'm going to go because he's carrying on, and I've been on here long enough. So I hope everyone's having a good day. I have a new website. I do want to plug it. It's called Living with Alzheimer's 2011. www.livingwithalzheimers2011.com. If you would please go there and take a look at it. It's a friend of mine designed it. He did an excellent job. I couldn't be happier with it. What we're going to do there is bring more awareness to this disease. I'm going to be posting videos there. We have blogs there. We have forums there. I have different, where you can go to different sites from that Living with Alzheimer's 2011 website. And I'm hoping to get more people to join. I just, once again, started it today. My wife says, oh no, another iron in the fire, but it keeps me busy, and I really enjoy it, and it is bringing awareness, and it is helping people, and that's what it's all about. So I'm going to get off here. I hope you enjoy it. Oh, and by the way, Tia, our daughter, she was going to do a video today. She was looking forward to it, but I didn't think it was going to happen. Her little girl's got an ear infection. She took her to the doctor yesterday, and it's not any better today. So obviously, the kids come first. So she called me this morning and apologized, and I said there's no need. I would have felt worse if you would have come up here and left her with someone else. So she's where she needs to be with her daughter till she gets better. So a couple days, she'll be here. Maybe tomorrow, we'll see. And she's looking forward to posting a video on here too about how this has affected her as a caregiver and daughter. So, okay, that's it. It's Tuesday, January 11th. And I hope you have a good day. Thanks.